smart woman. Those things help you reduce the effects of an injury. And that's exactly proven without the fact that she's back out on the court.
The Huskers so strong when they take that opening set, especially here at home. And for San Diego now, the challenge will be to try and disrupt the Huskers and get them out of system more. They hit 325 in the opener. Ferrari sliding behind, and we may see her start to get more and more opportunities as well.
San Diego wants to get her the ball as much as possible. Extremely effective as a hitter. Hitting .447 on the season. That's why you see Nebraska devoting so much block attention to her. You slow her down, you take away the most efficient hitter and the keystone of that San Diego offense.
And she's got that big brace on her knee. They weren't even sure if she would be ready to play at the start of the season. She suffered an ACL injury last November. And she worked her tail off to get herself ready in August to return to the team. She said, I'm good to go. Get me in there. And here's Ferrari again, blasting it down the line. But Juan Orantes is there.
Oh, some confusion.
Chance for Paul Miller in transition. Hollins. Double contact on Nebraska.
You're exactly right. She came out and had maybe a bit of a shaky match in that first one against UTEP. But then they said match number 2, she was a stud. They were against Texas. They were one swing away from beating the Texas team that is now the #1 team in the country. And has been strong ever since, all season long.
And Ferrari back to serve. Had 13 kills in both of their sweeps last weekend against UCSB in Arizona. Robinson couldn't get much on it. And Brown puts it down.
Boy, was she high off the ground on that. It started, though, with the serve of Ferrari. She got Nebraska in some passing trouble. Immediately, that turns into better blocking and better defense for San Diego. Let's see where this one goes. That's a better pass.
Lawson. Hollins with the tip.
Smart play by Hollins to get that ball back.
Rolfson gets a hand on it. Now will take a swing and puts it away.
Boy, I like it when hitters work hard to get their feet to the ball and maybe even surprise teams, as Rolfson did there. I don't think San Diego thought she could even take a swing at that, but just getting up in the air and hitting a half-speed play can be very effective on those kinds of sets.
Hollins out wide. They got her ISO'd one-on-one, missed it wide as Rolfson was there to bug her.
Yep, that's the blocking scheme. Nebraska's going to leave her one-on-one. They're just challenging San Diego. Okay, go ahead. Beat us with Hollins.
And the ace. Second of the match for Nebraska.
Beat us with Hollins, beat us with Lozic, and see what happens. Great serve short that time.
And they continue to serve it at Hollins, and they score again.
Coach Petrie off the bench trying to help adjust the passing formation, and they pinch over. And now Hollins is in a better position to make that pass.
Brown off the block. That ends the 4-0 run.
Coach Cook was ready. He was ready to take a dive and put a pancake out on that ball. He jumped. He was hoping his middle would see the ball and look up. She looked back and never saw it fall.
Jennings. Paul Miller able to lift it away from the net. Now a chance for the Toreros in transition, and they'll get the kill. Sweet 16 action elsewhere out in Los Angeles. The 3-seed Washington trying to get back home to Seattle for the national semis. They're up 2-0 on Kansas. BYU and USC will be the second match out there. It's already been a pretty good night for the Big Ten, with Wisconsin and Penn State both winning. And they're going to get another winner out of that Purdue-Illinois matchup regardless.
Got the touch call. Kelsey Robinson contesting it.
Called it right away.
San Diego is sticking with its offense, and that is fast behind the setter. Ferrari, Brown, Hookman, all hitting the slide off the left foot. Nice up.
Quick to Haggerty, and right there was Oliveira. Now out of the back, it's Hollins. Oliveira gets another one. Hollins wide, point Toreros. Even at 7 now in the second.
That's the kind of serve San Diego would want to have. I'm really surprised. Kelsey Robinson hits this corner, this deep cross-court corner, very effectively. We saw it in the first set, again in the second. And look, you can see Coach Brent Hilliard screaming, yep. We've got to make an adjustment. We got to cover that corner more on Kelsey Robinson.
Getting the swing, and off the block is Lozic. Point USD. Now Oliveira.
Here again, you have that Rolfson versus Alvey matchup out on the left side. Let's see if she goes to it. Nope.
And the kill for Haggerty off the Lozic block, and then the facial of Ferrari on the ricochet.
Slide behind, one-on-one. That's just too hard for the middle blocker number 2 for USD, Ferrari, to even get involved in the play.
Alvey looking to Ferrari. The double block was there. Hollins out of the back. Stuffed. And now they're going to award Nebraska the point.
I thought it might have touched the block a little bit, but they did not give it credit for clearing the tape.
They're looking out to Lozic. Ferrari again denied on the slide.
Oh, confusion.
Paul Miller tried on 2.
Oliveira is reading that play really well, not letting Paul Miller get away with anything offensively.
Rolfson is stuffed. Point USD.
Well, I thought that was a good matchup, but when you drag the ball down into the small blocker, it doesn't become such a good one.
That's their first block of the match that gets them a point. They're within 1. Bonomi to serve. Back row Hollins. And put away by the Huskers. Katie Rolfson with the kill. The sisters have combined now for 6 in the match. Brown gets the ricochet. Point Toreros.
Interesting wrinkle there for San Diego. They kept Alasia Brown on the left side. She always, or almost always, hits quick in front of the setter or goes to the other sideline. But they want to stretch that defense of Nebraska out. Good adjustment. What a nice set by Oliveira.
Back outside to Hollins. Tried to get a touch and does. Point San Diego to even it up. Well, it's a final now in Lexington. Stanford sweeps Minnesota. So the region final. If you're anywhere near Lexington, Kentucky, get there tomorrow. Stanford And Penn State, a combined 11 national championships, will go toe-to-toe for a spot in the semis. And the block for Nebraska. They are the only two programs that have played in all three NCAA tournaments. The series between the Cardinal and the Nittany Lions is even at 7 apiece. Penn State with the slight edge in the postseason. They have played for the national championship on 4 different occasions, and they will be meeting in the Elite Eight tomorrow in Lexington.
There's an adjustment. San Diego shading toward that deep cross-court shot. Deep cross-court swing of Robinson's.
Oliveira again will set and into the net from Ferrari. Some frustration.
Yeah, you could see she's so much of a better hitter off one leg with the layup approach than she is off 2. She barely got off the ground there off 2 feet, hit it into the bottom of the net.
Chloe's first hitting error of the match. Brown, there she is over on the right side, and good D from Juan Arantes. Ferrari was there to help out on the block.
Yep, getting 4 hands in front of Robinson on a set that went too close to the net.
Now Ferrari serving, and the overpass. Not only do the Huskers keep it alive, they score off it.
Well, you can't do any more than that as a server. You get the overpass and still can't turn the point. That should be an easy kill.
No touch that time. Point Nebraska. Timeout with the Huskers up 1-0 and in front here in the second.